Hi everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, not even sure where to start with how I'm doing. Recently I have compared myself to a couple things. One was a crash test dummy. I said that, oh, my little nose ring is sticking out. No, it's not a wart, it's a plastic nose ring. I felt like a crash test dummy where, you sit in the seat, you put your seatbelt on and you think life is great and everything is wonderful. And then someone comes up behind you and hits this button, and you just go flying into a fucking wall. That's been my life, and that's been the life of many of those around me. I have fallen off the Weight Watcher wagon, and as a leader, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say that, but I think I have good. There's never a good reason, but I have reasons. I have been put on so much pred lately. I feel horrible complaining about the fires because I'm sitting in my house. I'm not having to evacuate, but I'll tell you what, my lungs are so pissed off. And all my doctor keeps saying is, here, take more pred. Here, take more pred. And there's a cat fight happening. And Fergus was being a little bit of an a-hole. But yeah, so I'm on pred again. I've been on a lot of pred, and pred is not good for the psyche. On top of that, this week in general, I don't know if I already said this, but I had a friend request that I do one of these because she missed it. And I'm like, I'm not sure I can say anything real great right now. You notice that I'm introverting. I'm not posting as much. I have a trend here, folks. You know me by now. When things are going shitty, I go quiet. When I'm feeling pretty decent, I try to speak up. But at this request, I decided to come on here and do this anyway. But yeah, this week has been hell. Sunday was Tyler's Sweat 16 party. He's a teenage boy. He's not really sweet. He's more sweaty. So it was his Sweat 16, and it started off great, and life was wonderful. I have been struggling with him lately, but he showed some improvement. So yeah, it went well until it didn't. And then it pretty much ended with people fleeing, me crying, him pissed off. No good. No good whatsoever. So let's see. There's pred. There's him messing up his Sweet 16 party. Oh, yeah, let's see. He's not here right now. I don't really want to go into too much detail where he is, but I had a realization that I'm not able to help him right now. And I just have to stop and share that for me personally, and I'm sure for many mothers out there, the knowledge that I can't help my son, it hurts. It hurts. But I am helping him because he's in a place that can help him better than I. But he's my booba, and this really sucks. But as the best parent I can be, I need to get him to a place where he can get the help he needs. And if it's not me, then it has to be somewhere else. So if you could just send prayer and energies to him and us, Blair Witch, that he can get through this and we can get through this, that'll be great. Unfortunately, his behaviors, he does need to take accountability, but there's some that it's not really his fault. It's one of those weird situations that he just really throws my PTSD into check, and my symptoms are out of control, which means my depression. My depression is back pretty bad, so that's why I'm struggling so bad. I've stopped exercising. You have this like worm in your head that's telling you how horrible everything is, and when things around you are collapsing, it's hard. I've been fighting depression for a while now, and I really thought I was doing well, but I got to the point where I was like, Doc, I need my antidepressants up. I'm not winning this battle right now. Depression is winning, and I need to take my life back. I'm calling around for therapy. I need to get something done because I don't want to go back to where I was. But depression's evil. Depression's a bitch. And I don't want it to win. So, yeah, I've been battling a lot. Oh, another thing happened this week. My dead grandmother re-died. Beat that! Yeah. My dead grandmother apparently hasn't been dead this whole time. I had been told 6, 7 or so years ago, maybe even 8, that she had died. Now, granted, it was not told by a relative because, how do I quickly summarize this relationship with this family? I call myself an orphan for a reason. I have no family. My mother's sister, let's just put it this way. When it comes to my mother's side of the family with the grandmother that passed away, there was my mom and I, and then there was her sister and my sister. We were very divided. My mom and I, especially me, were, some people are called the black sheep of the family. We were the fat sheep of the family, especially me, because I have always been heavy my entire life, and that was unacceptable. On top of that, I'm nurturing, I'm caring, I love animals, I like to help people, I'm compassionate, all the things that this family viewed as not benefits. They viewed them as bad. It wasn't good things, these traits, not good traits. They were viewed as things that made us weak. We weren't cutthroat. We weren't striving to make tons of money. We liked to make people smile. We didn't want to hurt people. And for that, we were ostracized. I will tell you that I haven't spoken to either of these people 12, 15 years. My sister said some horrible things to me after my mother's death. And I just figured if anyone could say that about their mother, I don't need that negativity in my life. And my aunt just left. Like, my aunt just never cared about me. So anyways, so I was never in contact with them. And back to how my dead grandmother re-died. Sorry. I was trying to set up a visit with my grandmother many years ago, and the people at her old folks home, I guess you called it, basically told me that she was gone. They were like, she's not here anymore. She's gone. She's not here anymore. And I kept going, well, where did they move her to? What's going on? The woman said she remembered me. And even though she wasn't really supposed to divulge this information, she was told not to. So I don't even know what all that means. She then told me that my grandmother passed away. I was heartbroken. I mean, my grandmother was difficult, to say the least. But it was still my grandmother, and my boys had a right to know her. And I wanted to get more history from her. I wanted to get more knowledge about our family. And, why would someone lie about that? So anyway, so this whole time I thought she was passed away. I was never invited to a funeral, but I wasn't surprised with the way that my aunt and my sister are. They're very narcissistic. So, no surprise that I wasn't told. Shocked. Moved on with my life. Very sad I missed the opportunity for the boys and I to continue seeing my grandmother. Tuesday, I get a letter from a lawyer talking about, and no inheritance, because we're not even going to get it. You know what? I don't want any money. I don't. I had this debt from many, many years ago to my grandmother. It's washed now. We're golden. That's what I'm going to move on with, because I'm going to figure myself out. I don't need help. Well, I do need help, but I don't want help from them, because I'm the fat sheep of the family, and I don't want help from them. Anyways. So yeah, basically saying that she died, and it made it sound like she died in August, and I finally said, look, I want to go to a funeral or something like that, or do something for her. And so they got an email to my aunt, and it turns out she died longer ago than I realized, and still no one bothered to get a hold of me to tell me. So yeah, it's been hard, because this whole time, I could have been with her. So, on that note, hence why I'm having so much trouble. So I feel like I need to say something inspirational, but all I can say is just wake up. Keep moving. If you're struggling, remember this tattoo. Life paused and then took flight. I will tell you what, this tattoo on my arm with the semicolon for depression, I look at it often. It may sound weird, but I touch it too as a reminder that this is depression and this is its job. And I will persevere. I will get past this, and I'm going to fight to get through this. And maybe, there is going to be some weight gain. I'm getting a period, sorry men, but who else? This is life. Every 1 to 2 weeks right now, my body's almost in a constant PMS, so pred, PMS, kid out of control, dead grandmother dying again, depression. I think that's a good reason to kind of be struggling right now. I'm just saying. But here's the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to go to work at Weight Watchers. I am still going to do everything I can to stay on track. I am still getting my mental health back in check so I can continue on my journey and get back on the saddle, I guess they say. Because I'm not done yet. This is just one more battle that I have to do. And although it's hard and it is embarrassing to stand up in front of all these people being successful or even people struggling and say, look, I'm having a tough time, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to learn from this. And as I say, you can't have a comeback unless you've experienced success and then struggled. I'm struggling, but God damn it, there'll be a comeback. I promise you all. There is going to be a comeback, and I'm going to promise myself that too. So that's my wild week. Holy shit, let's hope this next week is better. A lot of that is from Sunday to today too. 4 fucking days. Hello. So yeah, let's hope things get better. I love you all. I hope your weeks are going well. And that was my update. Pieces.